Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today the Cubs, after having a 5-1 homestand, are now going on a West Coast road trip which will include stops in San Francisco and San Diego. The Cubs, for today's game, are in San Francisco for the first game out of 4. Heading to the mound for the Cubs is lefty Brent Suter. He is going to be making appearance number 10. With a 2-3 record, he has a 3.13 ERA and a 0.98 WHIP. And we're going to be subbing in a few new players here today. So, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and put C.J. Cron in the game at first base. We are going to play Mallex Smith in right, and Ehire Adrianza is going to play second base to give some of these guys some days off. So Correa is going to actually lead off, followed by Springer, and then Tauchman, Cron, Smith, Estrada. Actually, Estrada will go up there. And Ramos. All right. So we're going to get a couple of guys subbed out today. And we're going to see a lineup of Correa, Springer, Tauchman, Cron, Estrada, Smith, Ramos, and Adrianza, with Suter doing the pitching. For the Giants, DJ Myers is going to be on the mound. He's making start number 11. With a 2-5 record, he has a 4.63 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP. The Giants lineup will be Duggar, Dubon, Flores, Ramos, Slater, Longoria, Crawford, Posey, and the pitcher Myers batting 9th. It is 58 degrees, wind blowing in from center at 11 mph. And let's get this game underway. As the Giants take the field, Carlos Correa comes up to lead off for the Cubs against Myers. The Cubs, coming in, despite having lost yesterday, they still have won 7 of their last 10 and are 9 games up on the Cardinals for the Central Division lead. Now, with Correa at the plate, DJ Myers is looking for the sign, and he is delivering the pitch. And there's a drive. Center field, gonna be a chance to get under it. The wind's blowing in pretty hard. The center fielder gets there in front of the warning track for out number 1. Springer now the batter, 1 out and nobody on. 1-1 is the count to George Springer. Here is the pitch. And Springer pops it up down the third base line. Over in foul territory is the third baseman Longoria. He makes the catch for out number 2. Tauchman now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Myers facing Tauchman with 1 strike count. And the pitch, and a grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go down to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 ball game. Suter facing Duggar in the bottom of the first inning, leading off for the Giants. 1-2 count. And there's a drive down the right field line. Chasing toward the right field corner is Mallex Smith, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1. Dubon now the batter. Suter working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And that's a pop-up to center. Springer adjusting over to his left a few steps and makes the catch for out number 2. Flores batting now with 2 outs and nobody on. Flores facing Suter with a 2-2 count. Suter delivers, and a grounder to first. Picked up by Cron. He flips to the pitcher covering, and that will end the inning. So the Giants go down in order. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 tie. Myers facing Cron here in the top of the second. 1 strike count. DJ Myers delivers, and he hits him in the back. So Cron takes his base. He heads down to first on the hit by pitch. And does Cron have any measurable speed? I mean, no, not really. So Thairo Estrada now is the batter, with nobody out and runner on first. We are going to ask Estrada. No, we're not. We're going to let him swing away. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Estrada, and he swings and misses. I guess that's one way to swing it away. And he strikes out on a changeup that was low for out number 1. Mallex Smith now the batter. With 1 out, 1 man on, we're going to see if Smith can actually bunt for a hit. He is going to be asked to lay down the sacrifice. And there's the bunt back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. Throws quickly over to first. That is out number 2. The runner advances to second, and that brings up Ramos with 2 outs and the runner on second. Scoreless tie. Ramos drives it left field, going back toward the wall, and Ramos hits the 2-run home run here in the second inning. 426 feet out to left field, and the Cubs take a 2-0 lead. So Adrianza now the batter. With 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Ehire Adrianza waiting for the pitch. And he swings and misses for strike 3, so that'll end the inning. We go now to the bottom of the second. The Cubs are up by 2. Suter, with a 2-2 count, is delivering the pitch. There's a swinging strike 3 on a wild pitch. The throw goes down to first as the catcher recovers quickly. And that is out number 1. Slater now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count to Slater. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So he goes down swinging. That is strikeout number 2. And it brings up Longoria. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Evan Longoria. Here it comes. And a grounder towards second. The throw goes to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Giants go down in order. We go to the top of the third of a 2-0 ball game. Myers facing Suter. Top of the third inning, 2-strike count. DJ Myers delivers the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3 as the pitcher goes down swinging at the slider. Correa now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Correa facing Myers with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and a drive into the gap in left center field. A diving play as Slater makes the excellent defensive effort. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Springer now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 is the count to George Springer. And he grounds it weakly towards short. The throw goes over to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the third of a 2-0 ball game. Crawford facing Suter. Bottom of the third inning. 1-1 is the count to the Giants' leadoff batter. And there's a liner into left. And a diving play in left field by Tauchman. He gets the out for the first out of the inning. Posey now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count to Buster Posey. And there's a grounder toward third. Picked up and thrown over to first. That is out number 2. Suter now facing Myers with 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 1-2 count. And that is strike 3 at the knees. So the Giants go down in order. We go to the top of the fourth of a 2-0 ball game. Myers now facing Tauchman, who's going to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the fourth inning. 3-1 is the count as Tauchman awaits the pitch. And that is low. It is ball 4. So the Cubs have the leadoff man on base as Tauchman trots down to first. It brings up Cron. What is Posey's? Again, everybody has a really good catcher, I feel like. So Cron now facing Myers with nobody out, the runner on first. Cron waiting for the full count pitch. And that's a grounder toward third. Sharply hit. The throw goes to second. No relay to first, however, as the double play is broken up. And now, with the fielder's choice, the Cubs have runner on first and 1 out, and Thairo Estrada is the batter. 1 strike is the count. Estrada looping that one into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. The throw goes home as the runners advance to first and second, and now Mallex Smith is the batter. 1 out, 2 men on. Smith facing Myers with the Cubs up by 2 in the top of the fourth inning. 1 ball is the count. Mallex Smith. And the ball gets away. That's a wild pitch. The runners are going to advance to second and third. So now, Mallex Smith, with a runner 90 feet away, is going to try to help the Cubs expand this lead. Here's the full count pitch. And Mallex Smith grounds it over to first. First baseman has it. He steps on the base for the second out of the inning. The runners do not advance. And that brings up Wilson Ramos. He had a home run his last time up. Ramos facing Myers in the top of the fourth inning. 2 outs, 2 men on. Here is the first pitch to Ramos. Myers delivers. And that's a liner into right field. That's going to drive in a base hit. 1 run is in. The throw comes home. Another run comes home. And that's going to make this a 4-0 game as the Cubs double their lead here in the top of the 4th inning. So now, Ramos, who's driven in all 4 runs in this game, is on first with an RBI single. And Adrianza is the next batter. 2 outs and the runner on first. Top of the 4th inning, 1-2 count, and Adrianza grounds it towards second. The throw goes to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Cubs score 2 more times. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 4-0 ball game. Suter facing Duggar here in the bottom of the 4th. Suter delivering the first pitch. There's a pop-up to center. The lights are on now. The center fielder Springer gets there, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Dubon, the batter, with 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike is the pitch to Dubon. And there's a liner into center field. This one Springer's going to play on a hop, as that is a 1-out single for Dubon. Flores now the batter, 1 out, 1 man on. Suter working with a 1-strike count. And a pop-up again to center, this time toward left center, and the shortstop going out, making the play in short left field for out number 2. Ramos is the batter. Ramos is also the catcher, and Suter is the odd man out in the name game. He's doing the pitching with 2 outs and the runner on first. Here is the 1-2 count, and that's a wild pitch as he goes to the backstop. A 2-2 count now as the runner advances to second, and Suter facing Ramos trying to get out of this inning. Here comes the pitch. That is high and away for ball 4. So the walk is issued, and now the Giants send up Slater. 2 outs, 2 men on. Slater facing Suter with a 2-2 count. And a pop-up to center. Going back is the center fielder on the warning track. The catch is made in front of the wall to end the inning. So the Giants strand 2. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 5th of a 4-0 ball game. Leading off here in the top of the 5th inning is the Cubs pitcher Brent Suter. With a 4-0 lead, Suter comes up to the plate with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. He got him with the changeup. And now Correa, the batter, with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch to Carlos Correa, and he's going to drive that one deep into the night. Correa can kiss it goodbye. That one is about 10 rows deep in the left field seats. And Carlos Correa just made this a 5-0 game. His streak now is at 15 games on a 438-foot home run into the left field bleachers. And now George Springer, the batter. Correa has 11 home runs on the season. Hit home runs actually in back-to-back days now. Springer is facing the new Giant pitcher, Victor Gonzalez. He's come out of the bullpen with 14 innings thrown, 8 walks, 17 strikeouts, and an 8.36 ERA. Gonzalez facing Springer with a full count. Gonzalez looking for the sign, and here is the pitch, and a drive into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. George Springer has a single with 1 out here in the 5th inning. And now Tauchman is the batter. 1 out, 1 man on, 1-1 is the count. Tauchman grounds it towards short, picked up, thrown to short, to second, but no relay to first as the double play is not turned. And now the Cubs have 2 outs and the runner on first. C.J. Cron is the next batter. He is 0 for 1 today. Facing Gonzalez with a 1-2 count, and Cron swings and misses at the high fastball to end the inning. The Cubs score 1 more time, taking a 5-0 lead into the bottom of the 5th inning. Now, Evan Longoria is coming up to lead off for the Giants in the bottom of the 5th inning. Suter on the mound, working with a 1-strike count. Here's the pitch, and Longoria pops it up to short right field. Going back is the second baseman, Adrianza. He makes the catch for out number 1. Crawford now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Crawford is facing Suter with a 1-1 count. Here is the pitch, and there's a liner into center field. That'll be a base hit. Crawford with the 1-out single as the Giants might try to stage a rally here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Second base hit of the ball game for San Francisco, and now Buster Posey the batter. 1 out, 1 man on, 1-2 is the count. Suter delivers, and a liner into right. That's going to drop in for another base hit. The throw goes to second, as the runner stops, and now the Giants have first and second with one out in the bottom of the fifth inning. Suter facing Brandon Belt, who is coming off the Giants bench to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot here in the fifth. One strike is the count. Suter delivers, and there's a drive into left field. That's going to be off the wall. One run is going to score. Belt cruising for extra bases. 2 runs are going to score. This is now a 5-2 ball game as Brandon Belt hits a 2-run RBI double in the bottom of the fifth inning. Suter now facing Duggar with 1 out and 1 man on. 1 strike is the count. Suter delivers. There's a liner into right. That's going to be off the wall. Another run is going to score, and the runner is going to have a back-to-back doubles for San Francisco as they now have made this a 5-3 ball game in the bottom of the fifth inning, and it is apparently time to warm somebody up in the Cubs bullpen. That is the San Francisco bullpen. In the Cubs bullpen, we see that we have Liam Hendriks available to warm up, so we're going to go ahead and get him up. We are going to visit the mound. He says no worries. He's only at 81 pitches, but this has been kind of a tough fifth inning for him. We're going to go ahead and throw over to second, see if we can catch the runner sleeping. Nothing of the sort. Runner dives back safely. Suter now facing Dubon with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the 1 strike count, and that's a liner into right, almost the exact same spot as the last hit. That's going to drive in another run. Rounding first, heading for second. The Giants have now hit 3. No, that's going to be a triple. The runner is going for third. The run is driven in. The Giants have now made this a 5-4 ball game in the bottom of the fifth inning. And now Flores, the batter, with a runner on third and 1 out. The tying run is on third base. Suter working with a 1-1 count. And there's a pop-up to center. This is going to be deep enough. Center fielder Springer heads over. He makes the catch, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. The throw comes home, but it is late. And so the Giants have tied this game at 5 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Suter now facing Ramos to try to get out of the inning with 2 outs and nobody on. Suter working with a full count. Here comes the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Suter gets the strikeout. The inning is over. We go to the top of the 6th of a 5-5 tie. And now Estrada coming up to lead off for the Cubs against Curtis Taylor out of the Giants bullpen. Taylor has thrown 9 2/3 innings, allowed 11 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and a 4.66 ERA. Liam Hendriks is still going to come in and pitch in the next half inning. Now, Taylor facing Estrada in a tie ball game in the 6th inning. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Estrada. And he swings and misses for strike 3. So that is out number 1. Brings up Mallex Smith. 1 out, nobody on. Smith waiting for the 2-ball pitch. And there's a pop-up to center. Adjusting is the center fielder to his left, and he gets under it, puts it away for out number 2. Ramos now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 2 strikes is the count to Wilson Ramos, and he watches strike 3 go by right at the letters. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 6th of a 5-5 tie. We're going to go ahead and get Liam Hendriks into this ball game. He is ready to enter. And we are going to... So Hendriks is going to probably need to throw more than 1 inning. We're going to swap out Ramos with Amaya, who will bat second in the next half inning. So Hendriks comes in. The Cubs have a whole new battery with Amaya behind the plate, Hendriks on the mound. Hendriks has thrown 25 2/3 innings, walked 5, struck out 33 with a 1.75 ERA. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning of a 5-5 tie. Slater waiting for the full count pitch from Liam Hendriks. Here's the sign and the delivery, and there's a check swing for strike 3. So that is out number 1, a slider. Got him guessing there, and now Longoria is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count to Evan Longoria. Liam Hendriks delivers the pitch. And there's a pop up to center. Coming in fast is Springer. He makes the catch for out number 2. Crawford now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count. Here is the pitch to Carl Crawford, and he drives that one down the right field line. Chasing is Mallex Smith down to the corner. He makes the catch on the warning track to end the inning. So Hendricks works a 1-2-3 6th. We go to the top of the 7th, still tied up at 5. And Ehire Adrianza is leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 7th inning. 1-2 is the count. Here is the pitch to Adrianza, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Adrianza goes down swinging. Brings up Miguel Amaya with 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike is the count. Miguel Amaya grounds that one past the second baseman into right field. Miguel Amaya has the leadoff single, 1 out single in the top of the 7th inning. Carlos Correa now the batter with a runner on first and 1 out. Top of the 7th, Cubs trying to break the tie. Correa batting with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch, and Correa swings and misses for strike 3. So he heads back to the dugout. Strikeout number 4 for Taylor. And it'll bring up George Springer. Springer is 1 for 3 today, facing Taylor with 2 outs and the runner on first. Here is the 2-2 pitch, and he lines that one right up the middle. That's going to be another base hit. Stopping at second is Amaya. So the Cubs now have 2 outs with runners on first and second. Mike Tauchman the batter. Tauchman is 0 for 2 today. He is going to face Taylor with the runner in scoring position, trying to break this tie. Tauchman waiting for the 2-1 pitch, and he lines that one into left field. Is that going to drop in? It does for another base hit. The runner stops at third because he's a catcher and he's dirt slow. So now the Cubs have the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning, and C.J. Cron is the batter. So Cron is 0 for 2 today. He is looking to face off with Taylor in the top of the 7th inning. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Critical situation here for the Cubs. And I think that this is going to be the situation where we bring in Danny Santana to pinch hit and try to break this tie. So Santana will stay in the game to play first. He's going to bat from the left side against the righty Taylor with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the top of the 7th inning. Santana waiting for the 1-2 pitch, and he lines that one up the middle for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. Springer rounds third. He is heading home. No, Springer stops at third. He thought twice about it. So the Cubs now have a 6-5 lead. Danny Santana with the RBI single. And now a new pitcher coming out of the Giants bullpen is Sam Selman. Selman has a 1-2 record with 22 1/3 innings thrown, 22 walks, 32 strikeouts, and a 5.24 ERA. Selman is facing Estrada with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Bases are loaded. Cubs up by 1. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Estrada waiting. And a liner into left. That's going to drop in for another base hit. The runner rounds third and heading home. That's going to drive in 2 as the Cubs now take a 8-5 lead in the top of the 7th inning. Estrada with a 2-run RBI single. And now Mallex Smith is the batter. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Smith facing Selman in the top of the 7th inning. 3-1 is the count. And Mallex Smith pops it up to left. I believe that's going to end the inning. The left fielder's going to have time to get under this one. And he makes the play for the 3rd out. So it's time to stretch here in San Francisco. We're going to the bottom of the 7th of an 8-5 Cub lead. So Hendricks back on the mound to face the 8-9-1 batters in the Giants lineup in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hendricks facing Posey to lead off in the 7th. Here's a 1-2 count, and Hendricks delivers. There's a pop-up on the infield. Chasing is the second baseman, Adrianza. He makes the catch for out number 1. And now Jalen Davis is the pinch hitter. This is his first appearance of the season, it looks like. He has no stat line so far. He's pinch hitting for the pitcher spot. In the bottom of the 7th inning, the Cubs are up by 3. Davis facing Hendricks with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And a liner down the right field line. That is going to be caught for out number 2. Malik Smith with the catch out there in right. And it brings up Duggar with 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Liam Hendriks. And that is inside for ball 4. So the walk is issued. And we are going to go ahead and warm up a reliever out of our own bullpen. In this case, it is going to be Edwin Diaz. We are going to visit the mound to give Hendriks a chance to think about what he's done, walking that batter, and Diaz has a chance to start warming up. We're going to throw over to first and see if that makes a difference. The throw goes over to first, and the pickoff move is safe. So now, with 2 outs and the runner on first, Hendriks facing Dubon. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the inning. So the Giants strand a runner, they do not score. We go to the top of the 8th of an 8-5 tie. And now, Diaz is ready to come in. We're going to see a pinch hitter, which is going to be the lefty, Bryce Harper, against the new Giant righty, Gott, here in the top of the 8th inning. Trevor Gott has come out of the bullpen. He has thrown 23 into 3rd innings, 4 walks, 21 strikeouts, and a 5.40 ERA. Gott facing Harper, with the Cubs up by 3 in the top of the 8th. 2-2 is the count. Harper is waiting for the pitch. And he pops it up to left. Coming in is the left fielder. He looks up and makes the catch for out number 1. Adrianza now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Gott facing Adrianza with a 1-2 count. Here comes the next pitch. And a liner into left. That is a base hit. Ehire Adrianza gets a single with 1 out in the 8th inning. Miguel Amaya is now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Amaya facing Gott with a 1-2 count. And that's a grounder towards short. Picked up, thrown to second. The relay to first. That'll make for a 6-4-3 double play. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 8th of an 8-5 ball game. Diaz is ready to come into this game. He is going to be slotted into the number 7 spot. And he will be pitching to the middle of the Giants lineup in the bottom of the 8th inning. Diaz has worked 23 innings, walked 5, struck out 43 with a 1.17 ERA. Diaz facing Flores, bottom of the 8th inning, full count. Diaz looking to deliver the pitch. And here it comes. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning. Diaz now facing Williams. Williams is a pinch hitter coming off the Giants bench. Justin Williams has 5 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a .289 batting average on the season. Diaz working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the next pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So he punches him out with the slider for the second out of the inning. Diaz now facing Slater with 2 outs and nobody on. Slater waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And he is hit in the back with a pitch. So Diaz hits him with a fastball at 97. That had to sting. Longoria now the batter. We're going to warm up. Let's see here. We are going to warm up Jimenez in the event that we need a different pitcher this inning. Visiting the mound, he says he still feels good. So Diaz facing Longoria. 2 outs, runner on first. Here is the 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Diaz gets the strikeout to end the inning. We go to the top of the 9th of an 8-5 ball game. And Jimenez is ready to come in. Gonna sit him down. Correa facing Gott here in the top of the 9th. 2-2 is the count. Correa waiting for the pitch, and he grounds it over to third. Picked up, thrown over to first. That is out number 1. Springer now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Springer waiting for the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So George Springer goes down swinging. That was a fastball at 97. And that will prompt us to get Jimenez back up, make sure he's ready. Gott now facing Tauchman with 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch. Here it comes. Tauchman takes up and away for ball 4, so a good walk. Nice patience there by Tauchman, and it brings up Santana with 2 outs and the runner on first. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch to Santana, and he lines that one into center field for another base hit. Rounding second, heading for rounding second and stopping. Is Tauschman. I thought he was going to go for third there for a second. It brings up Estrada. Thairo Estrada is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs today. He could help the Cubs drive in some insurance runs here in the top of the 9th inning with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Rogers is facing Estrada. Here comes the pitch. And that's a pop-up to right. The right fielder is coming in, and he makes the catch, which ends the inning. So the Cubs, strand 2, we go to the bottom of the 9th of an 8-5 ball game. And now Jimenez is going to be brought in to face the 7, 8, and 9 batters in the Giants lineup in the bottom of the 9th inning. Joe Jimenez has thrown 19 innings, walked 4, struck out 29 with a 4.26 ERA. Jimenez facing Amaya, facing Crawford with Amaya doing the catching. 2-1 is the count. Joe Jimenez looking to deliver the pitch. And here it comes. And that's a pop-up down the left field line. Chasing is the left fielder toward the line, getting under it to make the catch. That is out number 1. Buster Posey now the batter. With 1 out, nobody on. Jimenez with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch, and there's a grounder to short. Picked up, thrown over to first. That is out number 2. And Joey Bart is the next batter. Joey Bart comes up to the plate. He's hit 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a .231 batting average. And he is coming up with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 9th inning to face Joe Jimenez. Cubs looking to lock down this win. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch to Joey Bart. And there's a pop-up to right center field. Springer calls for it. He makes the catch and ends the game. So the Cubs are victorious 8-5. Cubs getting 8 runs on 12 hits with no errors. The Giants, 5 runs on 6 hits with no errors. We see that the player of today's game is the Cubs' Wilson Ramos. Wilson Ramos, not to be confused with Heliot Ramos of the Giants, went 2 for 3 with a run scored, 4 RBIs, and hit his 2nd home run of the season. Carlos Correa also extended his hitting streak to 15 games. He was 1 for 5 with a home run today as well, his 11th of the season. So, out of the Cubs bullpen, Liam Hendriks gets the win. He threw 2 scoreless innings in relief. Diaz with a hold and Jimenez with the save. Brent Suter for the Cubs threw 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. The Giants starter, DJ Myers, went 4 1/3 innings of 4-hit, 5-run baseball with 1 walk and 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed. Taylor takes the loss out of the bullpen. And that is going to be it for us today. The Cubs improving to 37-18, while the Giants drop to 18-38. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.